Ooh, a very cold good morning to you. A couple days ago, 2 days ago, we had during the day some significant snow flurries, and I got really excited about that and even sent video home to my family about it. And the reason being is that I'm from Florida. So I know that most Americans aren't going to be surprised at snow and probably think it's nothing particularly interesting, but snow has never really been a part of my life. As best I can remember, the last time I saw snow was 1991 in Chicago. That's 27 years ago. So this morning when I awoke in my apartment and I walked over to the sink to wash my face, I glanced out the window and everything was white. So there was no question that I was going to grab the camera and go outside and start taking some pictures. Interestingly enough, the boots I'm wearing at this moment were bought in Florida, so I don't think they're designed to do what I'm doing this morning. Doesn't matter, I'm doing it. And I'll ask that you forgive my bad hair day, because at this stage of my life, I'm just grateful to have any hair. Hair enough to have a bad hair day. So let's take a walk and see what we see. Okay? Okay. And here's the entrance to one of my favorite parks that we're going to walk through right now. And those ice islands you see in this part of the lake, they don't actually exist. That's literally snow piled up on top of the ice. There is no land there. And kindly take note that this lamp actually is tilting to the left slightly. That is not me setting up a poor camera angle. And if you can see right here, there are leaves frozen underneath the ice right here. And this is a better view of the two islands created by snow. A little bit of traffic behind the camera, but otherwise I have the park to myself. And it's late, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. But to a boy from Florida, this is better than Disneyland. It's like a fairyland. All right, just so you get your whole money's worth for the tour, if we take this path here, this path goes around the lake and a little bit southwestward, and the main train station, the Hauptbahnhof, is right there. If we go up the steps, which we're going to do, take a left from your direction, cross the little bridge, we're gonna go to the King's Park, or the Palace Park. And I'm gonna let you see what we see there, because that's a place I happen to go often. So let's keep walking. And here's the small bridge that I mentioned that leads from that stairways that we just climbed into the park itself. Let's take a look. So much of this camera work requires me to use my fingers barehanded, and no, it's getting chilly. I need to take a break, or at least warm up my hands. Okay, a quick history / geography lesson. Behind us, by about 2 kilometers, is the main palace here in Stuttgart. This park here goes all the way down to the Neckar River, also about 2 kilometers, and I don't know if I'm going to walk that far this morning, but we're going to make an attempt. Ooh, it's starting to warm up just a degree or two, and you can see where the snow is melting on the pavement here. Well, it's not really a pavement, but whatever this path is made of, as you can see, it's starting to melt a little bit. And here we have the children's playground. And I guess that little net up there is where you put your prisoners, like your little brother or your little sister, after you capture them. There is more than enough snow to make snowballs today, easily. So somebody would have to man this tower, and somebody would have to man that tower, and there would be a major snowball fight. There would have to be a major snowball fight. Or there would be if I was playing. Not so bad, not so bad. Yes, I'm crazy enough to have dragged my old self up here. But here's the thing I don't really understand. German kids love to play outside. Definitely more so than their American counterparts. And this is the first snow we've had of the year, and as you can see, there's more than enough snow to make really nice snowballs. This is the first snowball I've made since 1982. My good, I was 10 years old. Anyways, with an absolutely fantastic playground like this, snowballs like this, and it's a Sunday morning, it's about 9:30. I'm surprised nobody's out here playing. I mean, look at me, I'm 100 years old and I'm out here playing. Just makes sense. Oh, that was lame. Oh. Look. It didn't even break apart. Oh my God, that is so sad. I'm gonna die before I get off of this thing. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm doing this. Oh my God. Oh, that's where I just walked. That was dangerous. Oh my gosh. It has been so cold this morning that I don't want to take off my gloves to touch the screen or to move the camera around. So whenever I need to push a button, I've been using the tip of my nose. U.S. Navy, baby. Woo. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that I would never have heard the end of it from my mother had I not made it to my first snow in Germany and not made a snowman. So here it is, Mom. And please notice, complete with hair. At least somebody in the family still has hair. And you can't really see it in this light, but that's a lion. That's a lion's head that he's on. Because he's a proud snowman. Since I don't want anybody to claim that I'm unfair or selfish, if that's my castle over there, I'll let my brother have this one. Believe it or not, the camera's pointed directly at the sun right now. That's how overcast it is. You can't even tell. Here's something I'd really like to know, because I've never lived in snow before. But we're in the middle of December in Germany right now. We've had a whole bunch of days below freezing. And now we've had our first snow, and yet we still have green grass everywhere. It's all over the city. Does this happen in the U.S.? I'm curious. If somebody knows, let me know. Send me an email. And one of the streams here through the park has thawed out as we've moved a little closer to noon. And you can see it, the path that it takes meandering through the park. Okay, so while the streams have thawed out and begun to flow a little bit, the lake, which is rather still, is still frozen over. But you can see where some of the ducks landing has pushed the ice aside, created little furrows. Now these are mostly mallards that you see over there being fed by these two young ladies. And I guess they're the ones that aren't smart enough to fly south for the winter. Or maybe they're smart enough not to want to fly over the Alps at this time of the year. The stream that runs right behind me continues to meander through the park to one lake there, and a bigger lake further down. Was frozen when I first got here. Now you can hear the water running because most of it's thawed out and it's flowing again. Now, what I wanted to do was I wanted to end the tour by taking you to the cafe that's here in the park that overlooks the grounds and sells really good hot cocoa and hot wine. Go figure. But it's closed today on a Sunday. Turns out that what they're doing, there go more geese. No, those are mallards. Those are mallard ducks. Turns out, yeah, I'm like a dog, huh? It turns out that they're doing construction at the cafe, so we're not going to be able to see it this morning unless you just want to look at a bunch of construction equipment. I'm not particularly interested. So we'll go ahead and end the tour here, and I hope that you really enjoyed it because I certainly enjoyed my first winter snow here. That was dumb. All snow is winter. I certainly enjoyed my first snow here. There we go. And I hope that you did as well. So from Stuttgart, Germany, I wish you a very Merry Christmas.